All right, new this morning, in a new interview overnight, President Trump said he has learned that there should be a softer touch in his immigration crackdown. Listen.
I learned that maybe we can use a little bit of a softer touch, but you still have to be tough. These are criminals. We're dealing with really hard criminals.
All right, this is a notable shift. So the question is, why? With us now, CNN chief data analyst Harry Etten, and the numbers here. Harry, tell a story.
The numbers here absolutely tell a story. It has been a bad political situation for the President of the United States. And more than that, it is only getting worse. Just take a look at ICE's net approval rating. I mean, look at this on enforcing immigration laws. Look, it was already low in early January, right? It was minus 17 points. But look after the events of the last month. We are now talking about minus 29 points, the worst it has ever been. You look among independents, it is even worse than that. We are talking about a negative 40 net approval rating for ICE on enforcing immigration laws. No wonder the President of the United States is changing his tone. And that is because you just look here, you see the American people aren't just not with him, they are on a totally other planet.
All right, that's with the president and his immigration policies. What about the people carrying it out, namely, or at least who were carrying it out?
Yes.
I'm not sure what she's doing now. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
Yeah, there's a reason why John stuttered over that and couldn't figure out exactly, because the bottom line is this. Kristi Noem has turned into an absolute political albatross. Look at this. Take a look here. Voters on Noem's job performance disapproved in early January, 52%, and now want her fired. Fired is up to 58%. 58% want her removed. We're not just talking about the fact that her disapproval rating is through the roof. We're now talking about nearly 3 in 5 Americans who believe that Kristi Noem should be removed from her job as DHS secretary. No wonder Tom Homan is in there, and that is because Kristi Noem is a big reason why this has turned into such a deepening political problem for the President of the United States.
And I'll note, even these numbers are different and it's worse here, but this is even a more, milquetoast way of asking. Disapproval isn't firing.
No, that's exactly right. On a much tougher question, Kristi Noem is doing considerably worse than she was doing in early January. 52% to now 58% on the disapproved to wanting her fired.
What about views on the president overall on immigration?
Yeah, what about views? This is all hurting the President of the United States. Take a look at his net approval rating on immigration. In December of 2025, it was minus 10 points. That was bad. Of course, immigration has been such a strength for him. Now, look at this. Negative 21 points, the worst of his second term at this point, and among independents, it is negative 34 points.
It's just so interesting. You always have these numbers here in independents in small print, which is hard for people of my age to see. But the gaps are just tremendous, Harry.
The gaps are absolutely just tremendous going on here. And I think then, of course, the key nugget is, and I'll note, I have it in small print because I want to be able to see it, but I want you to focus on those big numbers.
All right. This is a big one. President Trump just said in the National Prayer Breakfast, he talked about Kristi Noem and said, people think, ask me, is she going to go? And he's like, no, I think she's doing a great job.
Yeah, despite all of that, the chance that Noem is out as DHS secretary was 54% about a week ago. Now it's only 35% out before July, according to the Kalshi prediction market.
All right, Harold Etten, thank you very much. We got a lot of news this morning. We'll be right back.